Hi, my dear lovely FMG friends. Warm welcome to this quick afternoon session regarding the precautions what we need to take while filling up the application form for 6th of July 2024. Now, my dear friends, looking at the information bulletin shared by the National Board of Examination, majority of the things looks same except for one little change which I would like to mention here. They have given one clause wherein they say that there will be two papers only. The first paper would be starting at 9 o'clock and finishing at 11:30 in the morning, and second will be starting at 2 p.m. in the afternoon and finishing at 4:30 p.m. However, they have written that there can be multiple sections in each paper. They have given an example of 3 sections, but then they have written it can be variable. So there can be one section also, there may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. And depending on the number of questions in each section, you will get the same number of minutes. Suppose there are 3 sections, then 50, 50, 50 questions. That means from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. You will be getting 50, 50, 50 questions, 3 sections, right? So first you have to complete that first section of 50 questions. Once you have submitted that, then only you will be allowed to appear for the next section. And once you switch to the next section, then you cannot go back to the previous section. I repeat this in Hindi also, बेटा. वैसे जो इन्फॉर्मेशन बुलेटिन को देख के लगता है कि सारी चीज़ें ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, सिर्फ एक छोटा सा वेरिएशन उन्होंने किया है कि एग्ज़ाम जो होगा हमारा वो टोटल 300 क्वेश्चंस हैं, 300 मिनट हैं, 2 ही पेपर्स हैं, सुबह 9 बजे से 11:30 बजे और दोपहर 2 बजे से 4:30 बजे. लेकिन एक क्लॉज उन्होंने लिखा है कि जो ये एक पेपर है 150 क्वेश्चन वाला, इसको वो मल्टीपल सेक्शंस में काट सकते हैं. एग्जाम्पल 3 सेक्शंस में काटने का लिखा है, लेकिन फिर लिखा है कि वेरिएबल हो सकता है. मतलब हो सकता है कि एक ही सेक्शन हो 150 क्वेश्चन का, या 2 सेक्शंस हो 75 क्वेश्चन के, या 3 सेक्शंस हो 50 क्वेश्चन के, या उससे ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है 10 सेक्शन हो 15 क्वेश्चन के. तो जितने नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस होंगे उतने नंबर ऑफ मिनट्स अपने को मिलेंगे. अपने को पहले उस सेक्शन को कंप्लीट करना है, और फिर जैसे ही हम उसको सबमिट करते हैं तो हमारा दूसरा सेक्शन ऑटोमेटिकली खुल जाता है. जब हम दूसरे सेक्शन को कर रहे हैं तो जो पहले हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं उस पर हम वापस नहीं जा सकते, राइट? सो मोरल ऑफ द स्टोरी, वन advantage if we try to take positivity out of it, then the tendency to keep changing the answers and committing the mistakes by changing the answers will reduce. Plus, another positivity which we can take, that because it's a section of smaller parts, say 50, 50, 50, so the chances of leaving out on too many questions decreases, because in the same 2.5 hours, you are solving multiple sections, and by solving one section you will come to know ki how much time management, how your time management is going. So that will minimize the chances of leaving out the questions in the future sections, right? Now, beta, let's take a quick look at the important things to be kept in mind while we are filling up the application form. Already the process of filling the application form has started from 29th of April today at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So let us take a look at the important dates. Herein, the form can be submitted up to 20th of May 2024 till 11:55 p.m. Now, there will be an edit window which will open up for all those applications where the payment process has been successful. And this edit window will be open from 24th May to 28th May 2024, right? Another edit window to rectify any deficient or incorrect images, that will open, like photograph, signatures and thumb impression. If there is any deficiency in this photograph, signature or thumb impression, then you will get the edit window from 7th June 2024 to 10th June 2024. Then opportunity to rectify deficiency related to documents uploaded in the application, like which documents? The primary medical qualification certificate, the apostilled attestation of primary medical qualification certificate by Indian Embassy, eligibility certificate or admission letter, and proof of citizenship. So if you have got any corrections or you have failed to upload any of these documents, then the edit window, this will close on 14 June at 11:55 p.m. right? So you can submit these deficiencies through this online document submission portal by going on to the netboard website, NB website. And then the final opportunity to rectify any deficiencies related to these documents, the final opportunity will be from 21st June 11 a.m. onwards to 24th June 11:55 p.m. Right? The admit card shall be issued on 1st of July 2024. The examination, as we know, your D-Day is on 6th of July 2024 and the results shall be declared by 6th of August 2024. Right, beta. So herein, if we look at the important points which I tried to highlight for you, these are the helpline numbers, beta. If you are finding any queries, then you can call on these helpline numbers, or you can go to the helpline portal and you can write your query right there. For example, application form submission issues, refund or failed transactions, payment gateway related issues, etc. You can access the portal through the applicant login after registering an application, right? So your queries would be sorted here. And for queries related to eligibility, documents or images, you can write to NBMS Communication Web Portal, which is accessible through the NBMS website, right? So this is how we can go ahead, right, beta? Now, if we look at few more relevant points, which I tried to mark, candidates should have qualified the final examination for their primary medical qualification, that is MBBS or equivalent degree. That means the date of degree should be on or before 30th of April 2024 if you want to appear for 6th July 2024 exam. And you have to submit a proof of passing the same when you are applying for this FMG exam. All the foreign medical degrees should be attested either by the Indian Embassy or should be apostilled by the appropriate authority of the foreign country concerned. Then certificates which are attested after the last date prescribed for submission, that is 24th June, shall not be considered for the purpose of eligibility. That means if by chance if you are having any documents which are not apostilled, you have to speed up the process and get all those foreign documents apostilled by the concerned authority, and you have to submit them latest by 24th of June 2024. So beta, herein I would like to make one thing very clear to all of you, that there might be some students who might not be having the degree apostilled at this point of time. Do not panic. You have to fill the application form. Filling the application form is very, very important. However, if you do not have the apostilled version, you can upload the non-apostilled version also, or maybe any relevant document there, say mark sheet or XYZ, and before 24th of June, you are required to submit the apostilled document for sure, right? Okay. Whatever fees you are paying, this time NB has been a little kind by keeping the fees somewhere around 6,100 rupees, including the GST charges. The fees shall neither be carried forward to any future exam, nor it will be refunded under any circumstances, right? Request shall not be entertained for change in the date or center of the examination under any circumstances. A demo test shall be available from 25th June 2024 onwards at the Netboard website. You can access to the National Board of Examination through the help desk, or if you want to send something by post, you can send it through, I would suggest by a registered post, addressed to the Executive Director, National Board of Examination in Medical Sciences, Medical Enclave, Mahatma Gandhi Marg, Ansari Nagar, New Delhi. And please do mention, do super subscribe the envelope with the subject matter, so that your envelope goes to the respective department in NBMS so that you get prompt replies. Right. So this is the application fees, 6195, which include 945 rupees as a GST. Right. The application submission process is not completed until such time the status of payment is reflected as S, that is successful, in the application form. So beta, some of you would be facing some challenges that you have made the payment, but still in the application form it is not showing as successful. In such case, the recommended guidelines by NB are you should ideally wait till 48 hours. Many a times it takes some hassles in getting the payment cleared when we are paying through some gateways. So do not panic. Ideally, you should wait for 48 hours. Generally, we have seen that within few hours or maybe by 24 hours, generally these payments are cleared and the status is successful. However, if even after 48 hours you feel that payment status is not showing successful beta, then you can make another payment for completing the application submission process. In this case, NBMS has clearly written that they shall refund the excess fees received for an application, retaining the prescribed examination fee. That means if you have paid 2 times, then do not panic. NBE will be refunding 1 fee, but they'll be refunding after closure of the application window. That means 20th of May is the last date for applications. So after 20th of May, you will be getting the refund. Till 20th of May, yes, you would have to make that payment maybe 2 times or depending on the situation what you are facing. Right? I repeat this in Hindi also beta. जो पेमेंट वाली चीज़ है, कुछ बच्चे ऐसा हो सकते हैं बेटा कि जब आप पेमेंट कर रहे हैं तो पेमेंट करने के बाद आपको स्टेटस सक्सेसफुल नहीं दिखा रहा है. ऐसे में घबराना नहीं है, पैनिक नहीं करना है. जब हम पेमेंट गेटवेज के थ्रू पेमेंट करते हैं तो कभी कभी पेमेंट प्रोसीजर में थोड़ा सा टाइम लग सकता है. एनबी गाइडलाइंस ये कहती हैं कि आपको 48 आवर्स तक 2 दिन तक वेट करना चाहिए. अगर मान लीजिए 2 दिन के बाद भी आपके एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में स्टेटस सक्सेसफुल नहीं आता, पेमेंट स्टेटस सक्सेसफुल नहीं आता, तो आप दोबारा से पेमेंट कर सकते हैं. अगर एनबी को आपसे 2 बारी पेमेंट रिसीव हुआ है तो एक पेमेंट आपको रिफंड हो जाएगा, लेकिन ये रिफंड आपको एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म की प्रोसेस कंप्लीट होने के बाद आएगा. राइट? तो दिस इज वन थिंग. इसके अलावा इफ वी लुक एट सम मोर थिंग्स रिगार्डिंग द बेटा एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट, तो दे हैव मेंशन्ड इन दिस एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म बुलेटिन दैट if we are talking about the May 2018, so if you have gone out after this May 2018, then the result of your NEET exam, National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test for admission to MBBS course, that shall deemed to be treated as the eligibility certificate. तो जिन बच्चों के पास नीट स्कोर है मई 2018 के बाद वाला, उन लोगों को एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट के बारे में सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. वो एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट की जगह अपना नीट स्कोर अपलोड कर सकते हैं. द स्टूडेंट्स आफ्टर May 2018 who have gone out of India and they are having a valid NEET score with them, then they can upload this NEET score instead of the eligibility certificate. They don't have to worry about the eligibility certificate. Right. Now here, as we are clearly seeing beta, that the exam is on 6th of July, and they have mentioned that exam start time 9 a.m., exam end time 11:30 a.m., another exam 2 p.m., end time 4:30 p.m. That means we are very clear, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, 150 questions, 150 questions. Now in this, they can create multiple sections. In this, they can create multiple sections, and the number of sections can be variable, but you will be given 1 minute for one question. And once you have completed one section, you will, as soon as you submit, you will be logged into another section. But you will not be allowed to come back to the previous section, which we have already talked about beta. Now, this is what they were trying to say, that the question paper for each part of FMG will be divided into multiple time-bound sections. For example, if there are 3 time-bound sections, section A, B, C, in each part of the question paper, paper 1, paper 2, each such section will have 50 questions, 50 minutes. This is if there are 3 time-bound sections. But these actual number of such time-restricted sessions may vary based on the total number of questions in the question paper and operational feasibility in making such sections. Right. So candidates would be restricted to proceed to the next section till completion of the allotted time of the previous section, and candidates would not be allowed to review the questions, modify the responses of a section after completion of the allotted time of that section. जैसे अगर 50 मिनट का पहला सेक्शन था, कंप्लीट हो गया, तो आप दूसरे सेक्शन पे पहुंच गए सबमिट करने के बाद, अब आप पिछले वाले सेक्शन पे वापस नहीं आ सकते. Candidates may also note that such questions which are marked for review shall be evaluated as per the marking scheme mentioned above. Right? There is no negative marking, so that's the same pattern what they are following. And regarding the passport size photograph, the signatures and thumb impressions beta, please stick to the details mentioned separately in the NB website. They have given the guidelines how the photograph has to be taken. It should not be more than 3 months old, and the reason why it should not be more than 3 months old beta, that is because they are going to have the face ID verification at the centers, and that is why they want that face ID at the respective exam center should be able to identify you properly. That is why they want a recent passport size photograph. Please read the guidelines carefully how this photograph has to be taken. They have given so many things in detail, right? It should be 35 into 45 millimeter, wherein 75% area should be occupied with the face and the head. It should be a colored photograph with white background. It should be a full front view of the face with a neutral expression beta. You should not be crying or you should not be smiling at the time of this photograph, right? It should be just a neutral expression. No cap, stethoscope, goggles, ornaments to be worn while the photograph is taken. There should not be any reflection or shadow on the face, and the eyes should not be red. The photograph needs to be printed on a high quality paper with at least 600 dpi resolutions. And there are further more details beta for these photographs, thumb impressions, signatures, which are mentioned in the NB website only. There is a separate manual for that. So please visit that manual. If time permits, we'll go through that manual as well. Please do check that you have got a original photo ID issued by the government, which can be anything, maybe your PAN card, driving license, voter ID, passport or Aadhaar card. And please make sure that it should be a valid ID. Sometimes this happens beta, that we upload the passport, but then we see that the passport has expired. So on 6th of July, if the passport is expired, it is no more a valid document. So please be careful. Instead of passport, you can upload other IDs also, maybe PAN card, driving license, which is valid. See, here they have written that face ID shall be verified. That is why it is essential to upload a recent photograph. Now, these are the various exam centers. So, which exam center has to be filled up beta? It actually depends on your location on the day of exam. If suppose you are studying in offline classes in MIST, maybe at Delhi, Jaipur, Chennai, Trivandrum, Hyderabad, Pune, and if you are staying till 6th of July in these respective cities, we would strongly recommend to fill the exam center near to your stay in these cities. But if you are going back to your home before the exam, then try to fill the exam center which is closest to your native place. All the online students beta, the place where you are, the exam center city closest to your place, that should be your ideal choice. We have got 4 options to be filled up in the exam cities. Try to see the distances of the nearest center cities from your place. For example, if somebody is in Delhi, then first he should choose Delhi NCR. Then he can choose Meerut, which is maybe around 2 hours distance from Delhi. And if we say from Gautam Nagar, or Another option is you can choose Agra, which would be 2 hours 30 minutes from Gautam Nagar on the day of exam in the morning. Then you can choose maybe Ambala, maybe Ajmer, other centers like that, because you have to fill the four choices, right? So that is how distance from your stay city, that should be considered while filling these four options. No preference shall be asked to be indicated amongst these four choices, and it is the discretion of NBE to give you test center anywhere in the country, whether you have chosen that city or you have not chosen that city. It is the right of NBE to give you test center anywhere. But looking at the past experiences, generally they give you those cities majority of the times which you have given in the option 1. If not in the option 1, then maybe option 2. So that is how the things are going to happen. If you have already given the FMG exam earlier, it is important to mention the roll number of the last FMG exam. Right. Uh, please, 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 with folded hands, it's my request to all the great doctors of this country that following fields in the application form shall remain non-editable. Name of the candidate, email ID, mobile number, nationality, and test city. Under any circumstances, beta, you will not be able to change these things. किसी भी सूरत में ये चीज़ें हम आगे बदल नहीं पाएंगे एडिट विंडो में. अपना नाम, जो आपका नाम डिग्री पे लिखा हुआ है वो भर सकते हैं. अगर एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट वाला लिखना है तो वो भी भर सकते हैं. अपना ईमेल आईडी, जेन्युइन ईमेल आईडी, और फिर आपको ईमेल आईडी अपना मेल्स को खोलते भी रहना है, क्योंकि यू माइट बी रिसीविंग मेल्स फ्रॉम एनबीई. Mobile number, please ensure that the digits which you are filling in the mobile number, they are accurate. Your nationality cannot be changed, and your test city you cannot change in any of the future edit windows. So be careful when you are filling up the application form right now. Under any circumstances, your name, email ID, phone number, nationality, and test city cannot be changed. Right. Again, these are the helpline numbers or the helpline portals which we have discussed already. Right. So these are some of the important things when you are uploading the photograph. Please remember 35 millimeter is the width and 45 millimeter is the height or the length, you can say. The height of head should measure 70 to 80% of height of the photograph, right? So please be careful. And a real-time photograph has to be taken by the webcam, by the inbuilt camera of the computer system, because you have to upload the photograph two places. It should be a white background. It should not include other objects or additional people. There should be bright light falling on your face, no shadows. The image must contain full face, ears, neck, shoulders, neutral expression, non-smiling expression, eyes open, directed towards the camera. Image must not contain any other parts of the body below the shoulders. Right. In case of gross difference in your appearance and real-time photograph uploaded, the application will be rejected. So please be careful regarding this. Right. The same thing for the signatures also, beta. First of all, you have to draw a box with a height 1.5 centimeter and width 3.5 centimeter. So basically, this is the box what you are seeing here. So you have to draw this box on a piece of paper, and then it should be a rectangular box like this. Then click the signature within the box, and signature, beta, they should not just be the initials, right? Signature should bear your proper name, surname, right? It should not be in capital. So proper signature should be there. It should be photographed with a proper camera with more than 5 megapixel, and the size of the file should be 20 to 100 kbs. Less than 80 kbs, try to stick to that. You have to use only the blue or black pen, right? You cannot use any red pen or something like that. And the scanned image should be in the JPG or JPG format only. Same way for thumb impression also, beta. You have to draw a box with 1.5 centimeter height, 3.5 centimeter width, and thumb impression should also be absolutely clear, right? There are more details which are mentioned to be careful for these photographs, thumb impressions, and the signatures. So before you put your signatures, thumb impressions, or upload the photograph, please read those instructions carefully, which are given at the NBMS website. When you open the website, click on the FMG exam, and then there is a application form bulletin, user manual, and then the uploading of this thumb thumb impression, signatures, and the photograph. Like this is the ideal way of taking the photograph. As you can see, the face is clearly visible. It has been including the shoulders as well. The eyes are wide open. There is no shadow or something. There is a clear white background. There is nobody else. No friend should be there in the photograph when you're taking this passport size photograph, right? Like here they've shown. This is a blurred cropped image. So this has been rejected. See the reasons for rejections. Not looking straight into the camera. Black and white photographs are rejected. Then improper flash or improper lighting photographs are rejected. Photo taken with mobile phone including selfies resulting in distorted face. If the face is distorted, they are rejected. Distortion due to enlargement of an original smaller image. This is also rejected. Any sunglasses or something, this photograph is also rejected. Too much glare on the spectacles which are obscuring the eyes. So here the eyes are not clearly visible. So this is also rejected. Spectacle rim seen over the eyes. So the rim is seen over the eyes. This is also rejected. Similarly, beta, for the signatures, you have to be careful. The signatures should be coming in the rectangle box. It is not that you have to scan the entire paper. You have to just scan the signature box, which should include all the 4 lines of that box. You cannot just write like this. The signature should be in full. Initials are not at all acceptable. Signatures in capital are not acceptable. Signature smaller in size. Instead of the box, entire page is scanned and uploaded. This is also rejected. Signature not in plain white background. This is a lined paper where the signatures are done. So there should not be any lines, beta. Plain कागज पे A4 शीट पे डब्बा बना के उस पे प्रॉपर दस्तखत किए जाए, है ना. सिग्नेचर और थंब इम्प्रेशन को एक ही डब्बे में डाल के फोटो खींच के अपलोड कर दिया है. यहाँ पे दिस इज अ डार्क बैकग्राउंड, सो दीज आर ऑल्सो रिजेक्टेड. हियर द सिग्नेचर्स गोइंग आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स, दिस इज ऑल्सो रिजेक्टेड. दिस इज रेड कलर सिग्नेचर, दिस इज ऑल्सो रिजेक्टेड. You have uploaded photograph in place of signature, so this is also rejected. You have uploaded thumb impression in place of signature, so this is also rejected. Now, for thumb impressions, beta, it should not be a red ink, it should be blue or black ink, right? So be careful. This red ink will be rejected. Thumb impression taken by mobile phone or camera with dark background, this is also rejected. Incomplete thumb impressions are rejected. Here somebody has uploaded, they're just showing that instead of the thumb impression, somebody has taken photograph of the thumb and uploaded. So all these things are not allowed. This is thumb impression which is partly cropped. Here thumb impression is not clear. Here thumb impression is dry. Here thumb impression is not in a plain white background. This is a lined paper where thumb impression is taken. So this is also rejected. So here thumb impression is obscured by too much of ink. So please be careful. There should not be too much of ink also, right? Thumb impressions cannot be made out with too much of ink. Thumb impression here is too small. So it should not be like that. So these are some important things which we need to take care of. Now let me take a look at some of the queries raised by you. Right. Beta, you have to register again, though you can use the same login ID if you want. It's better, Dobby, beta, that you don't wear the spectacles when you're taking the photograph. Uh, Accuse the poet. Beta, you need to make the box. Right. Okay, so now let me just try to take your queries from now. Shubham, need to read the gazette from NMC because at that time they made a rule that without NEET we can't go out, but then they changed it again and made the date to 2019. Yeah, there are some attached annexures which are given here. So, there are few annexures beta which are given here. So if you have got any doubt like regarding eligibilities, I saw that notification somewhere in these annexures beta. So please do recheck that notification. Is it true about only 3 attempts allowed? Sarvesh Suresh beta, this is, I feel it's a mistake which is happening for a long, long period. In all the application bulletins which I have seen till date, they do mention this clause, but this clause does not exist that only 3 attempts are allowed. So let us ignore that once again, as we have been doing it from the past so many years. Varsha, is there any idea that what subjects will appear in each section, such as A, B, C, respectively? Uh, Varsha, we cannot say this exactly, but what we know is generally in paper one, it consists of pre and paraclinical subjects where Anat Physio Biochem approximately 17 questions each, Patho Pharma Micro 13 questions each, Forensic 10, PSM 30. So this total makes 130 questions and 20 questions in paper one can be from any of the clinical subjects, maybe ENT, ophtha, medicine, surgery, gynae, pedia, ortho, derma, psyche, radio, anesthesia. Now, which particular A section, B section, or C section would be having this, we cannot comment at this point of time. 231 into 123, yes, beta, you should do the signatures again, proper signatures bearing the name and surname. I think that would be better, whether it matches with the passport or not. Medivice, may I know regarding your admission letter, when did you actually go outside? Because that would be important. Beta, according to the guidelines, FMG wala dog beta, ideally you should upload a recent photograph, not more than 3 months old. So better would be get the photograph clicked up, but sometimes because there is hardly any change, uh, in the appearance in 6 months, then you can still give it a try. But according to the guidelines, it should not be more than 3 months old. If you're filling Dabang, if you're filling the same details, beta, then it would be better to mention the previous details as well. Size of the documents, beta, Akshay. For the photograph, it should be 35 millimeter in width, 45 millimeter in length or height, you can say. For thumb impression and signatures, the rectangular box that should be 1.5 centimeters in height and 3.5 centimeters in length. Page 113. Okay. It is brought to the notice of all Indian citizens possessing primary by any medical who desirous, notified in Part 3, Section 4 of the Gazette of India, extraordinary issue dated 18 February 2002. The screening test will be conducted twice a year. There shall be 3 papers. This is something which, again, I feel, beta, that this is something which should not be applicable regarding the 3 papers, because they've clearly mentioned that there will be a paper 1 from 9 o'clock to 11:30 and paper 2 from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So do not get confused by looking at this. And again, 50% marks in each paper. Again, I feel that this was given earlier also, but this is not applicable. So in total, we have to score 150 marks. And the third chance, again, beta, this is something which is not applicable. In the press note, it is there, but unfortunately or fortunately, it is not applicable. So I hope, Shubham, beta, your query is solved. Jai Banta, so the passport photo, does it have to be white compulsory? It has to be a white background compulsory. आंसर सिग्नेचर पासपोर्ट में है वही करने हैं, अलग से भी कर सकते हैं आंसर बेटा. यू कैन डू डिफरेंट सिग्नेचर्स ऑल्सो. फुटबॉल मेनिया बेटा, if you have uploaded, then I think you might be asked to correct it in the edit window. Mohammad Rahim beta, I hope page number 113 has been explained. Debbie beta, your OCI, then which country you are a resident of. I hope beta 113 has been done. If there are any more queries beta for 113, please write the specific query on 113. Photographs also, Roshni beta, I have explained that it would be better if we upload the recent within 3 months taken passport size photograph. Beta, 4 tips to clear this FMG exam. The mantra is the content. The right content has to be learnt like anything. You should be able to reciprocate the 19 subject workbooks like anything. That is the best thing what we can do. Learn, revise, learn, revise, learn, revise. Or you can say learn, repeat, revise, learn, repeat, revise, 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 revise. That is the mantra beta. Apart from this, because we know that around 15% of questions can be previous year questions also. So we should not miss out on any previous year questions, especially in the last 5 years for the FMG exam and the NEET PG exam. They are going to be very, very crucial. So if we are able to do these 2 things, plus we practice other questions also, that how the examiner can frame different questions, then I think that is done. So if we are solving 1 hour MCQs daily, that would be fine. And apart from that 1 hour MCQs, at this point of time I'm talking about, apart from that 1 hour MCQs, we focus on learning and revising the content. फुटबॉल मेनिया बेटा फर्स्ट सेंटर मिलने के काफ़ी चांसेस होते हैं, मोर देन 80% चांसेस देयर. Dr. Gaurav Bita, as of now, there is no news about any next exam, so it should be FMG exam only. Ritesh Bita, you can make different signatures, but please do remember that whatever signatures you are making in the application form, you have to do the same signatures on 6th of July wherever the NB people ask you to sign. Whether it is maybe at the entrance, though they don't need at the entrance, but in the attendance sheet, it should be the same signature what you are filling in the application form. So please be careful. If you are making any new signatures, take a photograph nicely and keep practicing those new signatures, and use only those new signatures which you are putting in the application form in the attendance sheet on 6th of July. Beta Neeraj, you can remove the specs and take the photograph. That won't be an issue. Rahul, internship, it depends on whether you fall into that provision of 2 years or 1 year. So based on that, it would be 2 years or 1 year. Yes, they will allow you to enter with spectacles, static. But there are no 3 attempts as such, Anwar. That is something which is going on in last so many application bulletins. So let us ignore that. Page 113, second paragraph. Okay. So if I consider the paragraph, then paragraph, the screening test will be conducted twice a year. It is conducted twice a year. There shall be 3 papers. There are no 3 papers. There are only 2 papers. Language is English. That is right. 3 hours duration. No, it is not 3 hours. It is 2.5 hours duration. Minimum of 50 marks in each paper. No, not in each paper. In total, we have to get 50% out. That means 150 out of 300. Maximum of 3 chances. No, this also is not applicable, because all this we are seeing from last so many years, but this does not apply. And point number 2, if we consider eligibility certificate from Medical Council of India as per eligibility requirement for taking admission in undergraduate course, this requirement shall not be necessary in respect of Indian citizens who have acquired medical qualifications from medical institutions, have obtained admission in foreign institution before 15th March 2002. So that is not applicable. I hope, Ablendra Bita, we are done with this. Yes, Beta Jaybanta, we have to have a white background. Beta Shubham, majority of the questions, as we know, medicine, surgery, gynae, PSM, medicine 33, surgery 32, obs, gynae 30, PSM 30. And generally in July, we might be seeing the surgery OBG questions little towards the easier side, but NB can be variable at any point of time. So I think these 4 subjects are going to be high scoring. Plus all the clinical subjects, you might be getting direct questions from all the clinical subjects, and you also have to focus on input output ratios like ENT, OPHTA, they have got good input output ratios. So input might be less, output is more. Or forensic medicine, for that matter, the input is less and the output is more. So you have to play a little smart here. You have to identify your weak areas and your strong areas, and then improve on your weak areas and do not let these strong areas go down. Yes, Beta Shubham, you have to fill the application form even if you have not received the eligibility certificate. Please, 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 please do fill the application form. If you have cleared the MBBS exam, if you have got the degree before 30th of April 2024, please, please do fill this application form, because 24th of June is the last edit window date for the documents. They are not going to the science of everything beta. They are not going to cut any questions. There will be total 300 questions, 115 paper 1, 115 paper 2. No, we don't need to get 50% in each paper, Makbul. You can use the old account also, the science of everything beta. Ablendra beta, first paper we have got an art physio biochem 17 questions each, pathopharma micro 13 questions each, forensic 10, PSM 30 and 20 questions from any of the clinical subjects. Mediwise beta, I would strongly recommend that you have to get the admission letter. Right. Sai Swaru beta, you can do that. You can upload the same photo, sign, thumbprint of last attempt, but I would still strongly recommend to at least take a recent passport size photograph. Varsha, I think beta, let us not think about any negativity regarding the exam pattern. Let us take some positives out of this. Maybe we might not be leaving too many questions for the end because we know that we are getting only these many minutes for these many questions. So maybe we might get a little benefit out of it. Beta, Sanatani Aditi beta, date of eligibility certificate, I think in my experience in the last few years, generally the NMC people, they become quite active when your exams are approaching, and suddenly you will find that for last 6 months there was no information from NMC regarding your eligibility certificate. It was pending at LDC 3, 4 or 2, and suddenly before the exams, maybe in the month of June, suddenly the activity increases and then they start issuing the eligibility certificates fast. Just a baby beta. Let us hope for the best and let us imagine that there should not be any kind of problem. Sinan beta, as we discussed, the test cities should be filled up according to the distance from the place where you will be on 5th of July evening. You have to see the distances, the travel combinations, and based on that, the minimum distance should be filled first. If it is provided by 20th of May, Ritvik, then also it's fine. You can fill some other document at this point of time, and you can upload your degree when the edit window opens up. The division of section beta, just Sai Sarup, my recommendation would be that whenever you are giving up the test at this point of time, try to stick to that mantra of 1 minute for one question, or maybe less than 1 minute. So for practicing for the new pattern of exam, try not to take more than 1 minute to solve the question. Accurate Poet beta, you'll have to log in with your same credentials, and you can edit in the edit window. Yes, Sai Varaprasad, it would be better if you fill the application form early if you want to get your desired center. Beta, NOC and transfer letter, these are good documents. Apart from that, you would be having admission letter also for the original, the first university. So that would also be handy. Nitin beta, you can just ping a message to any of the MIST team members and they would help you out in this. Medivai, I hope that this should work, but still, please take a clarification by writing an email to NMC. Football mania beta, there are no locker facilities available at the exam centers. The transport, what you are choosing, maybe you are choosing a car or bus. If that car or bus is staying at the exam center, you can put your stuff in that car or bus. Akanksha, when you are filling the application form, just have a look if there is any window to upload those documents. We do understand, just a baby beta, that if you are getting 150 questions in 150 minutes, then you can squeeze time. You can give less time to easier questions and you can save more seconds for the lengthier questions. Now you have to apply the same strategy in less number of questions. Instead of 150 questions, you have to imagine that the paper would be, say, of 25 questions, like that. So you have to squeeze time accordingly in those 25 questions. No, I mean, there won't be any pressure situation. Rather, I would say that it is going to help some of the students who come out of the examination hall saying that they missed out on 10 or 20 questions. Isha Raj beta, I think I would not be doing any justice if I answer your question, what extra documents which we may be needed for transfer students. It would be better you can write an email to NMC and get all the details from the absolutely authentic resource. 8 rupee beta, this is what we are made of. If we have done so many sacrifices for last 6 years, we have come out with flying colors. Don't think that anybody don't want us. You are very much capable because you have come out with flying colors after crossing through all those sacrifices. This is just a FMG exam which is coming up. We'll fight this exam also and we'll make everyone proud and we'll show to everyone, including the examination authorities, what we are capable of. You can do it, you will be doing it, and you will make everyone proud and prove those people wrong who take you lightly. That is what is our dream, beta. You have everything inside you. You have all that fire in your belly. You have got a great personality to prove everyone wrong if they're thinking anything negative about you. Even if there is no date mentioned, Sanatani Aditi, then also at least you can upload that eligibility certificate. Music by heart set songs, beta, you can try using different email ID. Yes, Sachin, you can come to Delhi, but you have to inform and get yourself registered if you want to go along with MIST to the examination center. Kritika beta, at this point of time, yes, provisional certificate apostille would be sufficient, but try to get that permanent degree, that confirmed degree certificate, if possible. The last date for uploading those documents would be 24th of June. Sanjay, yes, beta, you can do it. Second part of exam, Ablendra beta, that would be having medicine 33, surgery 32, obs gynae 30, ENT of the 15 questions each, pediatrics 15, ortho 5, derma 5, psychiatry 5, radiology 10, anesthesia 5. This would be the distribution for second paper. Out of this, 20 questions will be asked in the paper 1 and remaining 150 will be asked in paper 2. Right. So no more questions, beta. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And from the entire team of MIST, I would just like to remind all the lovely, great doctors of this country that, beta, you have proved not once, not twice, but you have proved every year twice that you have got all the metal to come out firing with all the cylinders. And the entire team of MIST wishes you all the very best. And we really hope that you are going to come out with flying colors on 6th of July 2024. Just stay focused, be consistent, keep fighting as hard as possible. Focus on learning of the workbook content. Number 1. Number 2, cannot leave any PYQs of FMG NEET exam. And number 3, look at new questions, differently framed questions, just to adapt to the new questions, what you are going to face on 6th of July. Thank you very much. Signing off, beta. Wish you all the very best, and may God bless you all. May you all come out with flying colors on 6th of July. Thank you so much.